I'm very relieved. We've got this gorgeous book. It's more stunning than we could have hoped for. So we hope you've all got to open your copies and flip through them and just really enjoy them. I know some people have like requesting autographs or other people's signatures. So yeah, this is such a sweet little, feels like yearbook. Yeah. Yeah, once again, if you're a contributor and you haven't signed this copy that I'm holding with this pink pen, come find me after. But, yeah, after the open mic and stuff.
What will happen to that copy?
This is for the Malvern Books Archive. Oh. Yeah, we actually get signed copies at all of our events, but this is extra special because it's so many people. Yeah, it did take a lot of work from Host Publications and Nara and Claire especially to get this out into the world, and I am super grateful to even just like dip my foot in to help. And also super grateful to Z-Cam, who could not be here tonight, the cover artist who also made the pins and stickers. They are an incredible artist and also a writer who has read for Ice Cream Social before. So they customized one of their original paintings for the cover. This used to be sort of like a jaguar creature, and now it's like a bear creature, which is an allusion to the first story in the book. So yeah, to look forward to that. I also want to say huge thank you to our contributors for actually replying to my emails. It was Thanksgiving, it was Christmas, and I was making some really big asks of so many of you. And I just can't believe that we got it edited and polished and ready to go. So I'm so proud. So thank you all so much for checking your emails on Christmas Eve. So what else would you be doing on Christmas Eve? I know. Being with your families. But yeah, I'm ready to kick off the open mic. Me too. Let's do it. Starting out, kicking off the evening, I'm so nervous. We're happy to welcome back Simone. Woo!
You know you're somewhere good when you can finally stop seeing the bars on the window and see only light. August. A little boy with knotted blonde mane. You are not mine. Your parents may well know that there's no turning back, that there will be no combing or brushing. They wait for a friend's snide comment, a teacher's concern, the force of their parents to swoop in and cut. But I don't really know, for you are not mine. Your parents are divorced, so perhaps this is a battle, a war of I'm not going to do it, and you're the zone between. They have already thrown the white. You're on your own, kid. So God, please, don't let the poem end there. Little 4-year-old warrior with the capacity to be seen, stand up and face your mirror. Hear the small voice of God. Slow your heart rate, your breathing, and listen. Peel open your lips against the pain of your parents and speak. I have a question. I would like to take a vote. If you think the poem should end where I ended it, raise your hand. Otherwise, okay, let's give you the background. Otherwise, if you think the poem should end, you're on your own, kid. I want to know, because I just wrote it and I was like, I don't know. So, raise your hands if you think it's stronger ending with you're on your own, kid. Okay, hands down. Raise your hand if you think it's better with the last little bit. So please, God, don't let the poem in there. Thank you for those of you who thought the same as me, but thank you for the vote. That helps. All right, that's all. Thank you, everybody.
I like this hive mind editing. Yeah, it's great. I might start using that technique. For our next open micer, I'm really pleased to welcome back somebody who's been a constant open micer recently and then got to be a featured reader recently, and it was just wonderful, Alisha.
So this poem is so me. I just love it because it is me. And it's about dinner with a friend. It's called Kirby Lane. I don't like small talk. I don't like the dripping niceties that fill the space between I only have a minute and your minute's up. I need to go deep and stay there for a while, if only just to take a walk on your side of the road. I don't ask for this, I didn't ask for this hard. To tell you the truth, I think it sucks. I mean, to feel things down to the marrow, not because it's in style or because Angelina Jolie does, but because the choice was made for me a long time ago, longer than I care to say. I long for an empty fuck under a park bench without a word between us, without so much as a syllable passing through these lips that quiver under the other end of a passionate kiss. Can you imagine me keeping my mouth shut long enough to kiss? I mean, metaphorically speaking. I can't. Rattling on, tell me more about the dissertation on the life cycle of the lava moth. Empiricism is certainly not the final stage in the evolution of thought. It is but a pit stop, blah, 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 blah. This and that and the other and everything in between, the moon and the stars and the tapestry called life. Yes, I said that, the tapestry called life. Too cliche? Everybody's a critic. The haunting invitation in her brown eyes, the pussycat tickle between the hot tiptoe breath from my lemon drop lips. Yes, I said that also. Did I say pussy? Somehow I know that won't earn me any points. Welcome to my world, where good morning is a metaphor for the dawning of humankind. I want rose lipstick to be the most important thing that I discuss, even if just for a moment or two, with the usual catatonic ladies on the way to their Pilates. Anyway, on the subject of my contemplative nature, or better put, my obsession with all that I have no control over, I actually stayed up last night worrying about the corporate slaughter of bovine misfortunates who were born at the wrong place in the wrong time. I'm guilty as hell about my designer purse. It was secondhand, if that's any consolation. That's no excuse, Alisha. So I sat across from these brown eyes at Kirby Lane Diner. I thought, must my heart run even deeper than the wrinkles on my face? My wrinkles screamed across the table to waiting ears under jet black hair. Enjoy her company while you can. She might not survive until the tapioca pudding. My wrinkles were wrong. I'm still here. Do they have tapioca pudding at Kirby Lane? Definitely an essential staple at the nursing home that looms in my near future. Oh. I'll have the animal-friendly veggie burger with the fries that I'm not supposed to eat, I said to the waitress with the fire engine red hair and the daisy tattooed on her neck. She was kind enough to offer me the 1 foot in your grave discount. Was that supposed to make me happy? I mean, really, 10% off is hardly compensation for being as old as fuck. Then those brown eyes, her words and my words on tongues that wagged so hard that I became their bitch. She was the product of 3 generations of women who stared the angry jaws of circumstance in the face and lived to tell the tale. I listened, mesmerized as she shared their stories with a matter-of-fact tone as if we were discussing the weather. I felt her words decimate the obstinate walls that surround me. Her marauding tale took me by surprise, captured from behind as I wiped ketchup off my face. Then those brown eyes, reaching out across the century, 3 generations along the way, brought me bound and gagged to stand before a 20-year-old girl who had lost both her parents, one to a bullet and the other to the camps. I watched that girl stand on her own 2 feet for the first time. Those feet found sea legs on a ship to America. I wanted to meet her on the steps of the Statue of Liberty. I wanted to hold her in my arms and tell her that everything was going to be all right. I wanted to give her a home and a safe place to be free, to be all that she could ever dream. But here I am, a century later, listening powerlessly to how she lost her right hand in a dress pattern factory in Pennsylvania some years later. She was a bundle girl. Foul play or perhaps an accident. The years have a way of mangling the truth. Do you think that 75 years is too big an age difference between two people who really love each other? I never did pay attention to age. Did they have lesbians in 1905? We left Kirby Lane, you know the diner on Guadalupe? We walked on cracked sidewalks to the corner where we would park. I looked out at the ocean before me. I stared into brown eyes on the other side, my feet barely wet. To tell you the truth, I think I wanted to cross those ways, but I settled for a hug between strangers and said goodbye. I stayed up all night thinking about the 20-year-old great-grandmother who was 75 years my senior, give or take, and her living testimony reflected in the brown eyes of a woman I took to dinner. Yes, I think that a mindless buck would have been so much easier, but that's not how I roll.